The Brownstone Institute was founded by Professor Ramesh Thakur, who in 2020 helped organise the Great Barrington Declaration, which advocated the lifting of COVID-19 restrictions. Professor Jay Bhattacharya and Sunetra Gupta, two of the co-authors of the Great Barrington Declaration, are also involved with the Brownstone Institute. The Institute held its annual conference a couple of weeks ago in Dallas, Texas, and the keynote speaker was someone you'll know if you watch ADH TV, Dr. Ramesh Thakur, a former United Nations Assistant Secretary General and Emeritus Professor in the Crawford School of Public Policy at the Australian National University. Viewers of ADH and readers of The Spectator will know Dr. Thakur as a regular contributor. In a powerful speech there, he lashed the authorities in Australia and all around the world for their appalling overreach in the management of COVID.
If I have committed no crime and I'm a healthy person, who the hell are you, the government, my enemy, to put me under house arrest? You can stop me from seeing my family, my grandchildren. Get lost.
Dr. Thakur said unchecked medical tyranny seemed hell-bent on destroying Western societies of free peoples.
With the presumption we are all sick, whether we know it or not, or will soon be sick, and we must all be dealt with as potential germ-ridden disease carriers who pose a constant threat to all others. The compulsion and coercion never had any ethical justification, and decisions should never have been left to the self-appointed custodians of the science. Citizens have inalienable rights and freedoms. Governments have limited powers. Which part of this equation do governments not recognize? The unprecedented, no-limits intrusion of the state into the most intimate spaces of individual behavior and economic activity would have been unimaginable before COVID.
Dr. Thakur's entire thesis for his address at the Institute's annual gathering was that woke ideology, identity politics, neo-Marxism, whatever you want to call it, laid the bedrock for the COVID restrictions.
Individual human rights have been progressively subordinated to group-based collective and anti-discrimination laws. Public health, by definition, is a collective good. In the name of ensuring the safe health of everyone, governments trampled willy-nilly on previously inviolate individual rights. Most Western governments succumbed to the fatal conceit that one group of citizens has the right to use coercion to set their personal protection as an absolute value and to disregard the safety, values, balance of others.
Dr. Thakur says wokeism is a war on Western civilization. He says it attempts to make the state and the collective superior to the rights of the individual in cases where that is not justified. And that's really shifted our culture's way of thinking. And COVID was a test of how far we've let it take control of us and how willing we are to throw away centuries of hard-won rights to individual freedom and civil liberties.